Well, good evening and welcome to the FIBA Basketball European World Cup qualifiers here in Mons, Belgium. Home team Belgium taking on the visitors from over the pond, Great Britain. And it's a big night for both these teams. So these are the new groups after window 3. We're now into window 4. Latvia beats Turkey earlier. We have Serbia taking on Greece right now, Belgium and Great Britain coming up. So there are the scores. You saw Latvia won earlier over Turkey. Latvia also are actually undefeated in this event. They had those 2 big wins in the last group phase. Over Belgium as well. So Latvia, folks, is kind of the team to beat right now in Europe. But here we have Great Britain. You see the players coming out, and they are in desperate need of a win if they want to keep their hopes alive to move on in this tournament and hopefully qualify for the FIBA Basketball World Cup, which will be held next year around this time, later in the summer. It will be hosted in the Philippines, as well as Japan and Indonesia. So Great Britain, they're gonna need some big games from Sako, who's been a mainstay, Oleseni, what about Clark? They are missing some people as well, so I wonder how that's gonna affect them. Hamilton's not there, apparently he's injured. And now Belgium, I don't want to say I think they've been a surprise, but they have played well. I don't know about you guys, but in window 3, that last game of the window 3, they played Serbia, and what a game that was. They came up with a 1-point win and had some big performances. Bako, in my mind, stands out. Oba Sohan was big in the second half. What about some of those passes and big buckets by LeConte? In that, there's Bako. So he's going to have to be big again for Belgium. And like I mentioned earlier, no team from Europe has qualified yet or will qualify in this window. But Belgium are going into this game with a 4-2 record. If they can pull off a win, they are definitely going to have a foot into possibly qualifying. Well, we'll take a quick break now for the playing of the national anthems. First up is Great Britain. And now for the playing of the national anthem of Belgium. And Coach Dario Gerja there, shaking hands with that man, Nathan Reinking, the head coach of Great Britain. Both coaches well known in the coaching circle. And our referees for tonight's game from France, Nicolas Maistre, also from France. And finally, the head referee right there is from Spain. So I mentioned it, Great Britain, without some of the main stud players that they have had playing for them. Hamilton, to name one of them. Apparently he's injured, but they do have the best players that they've had throughout these qualifying games. Olaseni, let's not forget. Sako, he's been big. You have Dan Clark, who's always showing up. Big B Williams, maybe we'll see him play a few more minutes tonight. So it really depends. You know, they got into this second round group because they had a group of 12. So that's going to be the starters tonight for Great Britain. Olaseni, no surprise there. Nelson, Hessen, Wheatle, and Okariafor. So are they going to be able to bring some energy in there? Nathan Reinking, I did mention earlier, you know, we know that they haven't had a lot of preparation compared to this Belgium team, for example. And let's not forget that man right there, Jonathan Tabou, the veteran, the 36-year-old for this Belgian Lions team. He is the most capped player in Belgian basketball history, folks. So him being congratulated and awarded, he has played 138. There you see the photo. So he was gifted a very nice gift from Mr. Elio Di Rupo, the president of the Walloon government in Belgium. So congratulations to Jonathan Tabou for his commitment over all of these years and always showing up when asked. He hasn't played a lot for this Belgium team, but you definitely know he is the veteran and leader, and he knows what it takes to have a long career. And it's because of players like him that these younger players are now getting an opportunity. So Leconte, I mentioned him, he had a huge game for them over Serbia. Diziu, Van Wien, Bako, and Oba Sohan, who has been absolutely spectacular for Belgium in these FIBA European World Cup qualification games. And Dario Gerja, the head coach of Belgium, who is trying to take them to the promised land. As I mentioned, a win tonight would definitely put them in the right direction to possibly qualifying for the FIBA Basketball World Cup. Both teams heading to the bench for some last-minute instructions by their coaches. Well, 1 minute's tip-off. I thought we were going to get to listen to the instructions there by Coach Gerja of Belgium. And you see the players, they're focused. Great Britain, they are focused also. Bako with that big game over Serbia. He really, in my opinion, he came out and set the tone of how this Belgian team wanted to play. And he was maybe more quiet in that win over Serbia in the second half, but he gave them a big lift early, and then his teammates carried them to that big one-point game. And basketball fans, if you didn't see that game, go back and check it out because it was definitely exciting to say the least. Great Britain looking for their second win in this competition. They're 1-3. So a win tonight will not guarantee anything, but it'll definitely keep their hopes alive. I mentioned they advanced to the second round because they were in a group. They were in Group B with only 3 teams. Those other teams were Greece, who finished first, 3-1, Turkey, 2-2, and Great Britain, 1-3. Well, the players doing the friendlies, saying hello to each other and saying hello to the referees, who you always want on your side in a game like this. Hello and welcome to Mons, Belgium. Belgium taking on Great Britain at the FIBA European World Cup qualification game. This is round 2 action, window 4, and Belgium winning the tip. Leconte, little hesitation drive. He has nothing, well defended. 3-point shot is up by Oba Sohan, but that shot's off. And I believe it's gonna stay Belgium ball. So long rebound there, it goes off the fingertips of maybe Olaseni, not sure. Leconte drives left, his shot's off, but a nice offensive rebound there by Bako. And first 2 points on the board for Belgium. So maybe too many opportunities. Nice cross screen, baseline action, and that's Olaseni, who's the recipient of the good off-ball screen, leading to a wide open layup for them. So, and now a turnover. Oh, and the big man puts it down. Good job there by Weedle, getting out, stealing the ball, and able to finish in transition. And you know, I think because it has been a while that both these teams have played with each other. It was in the last window, window 3. Oh, and another steal. And good job getting out and running. But no, I think the ball was tipped. But Great Britain are able to recover it. And a nice little shot there, Olaseni. So he's come out. He wants to put this team on his back, and it's kind of what you expect by a player of his caliber, and he is one of the leaders and veterans of this British team. So Van Ween, his skip pass is well high. I think it was anticipated for Diziu. So another good defensive possession here by Great Britain. They didn't come up with the steal, but they definitely forced the turnover. So that's now 3 turnovers for Belgium early in this game. And that's definitely not something you want to see. Here's the same action that got Olaseni that easy basket earlier. His shot's off, but an offensive rebound kicks it out. Let's see if Great Britain can take advantage of this second shot opportunity. And that drive is well off. Shot clock doesn't matter. It's turned over. And easy foul call going against Nelson, trying to slow down. It's a smart foul call. You want to slow down what was possibly going to be a maybe 4-on-2 or a 3-on-2 type situation. So first foul for Great Britain is going to go against number 6, that man, Nelson. And not sure if it was a miscommunication, but a good shooter like Oba Sohan, you do not want to leave open. And now, can Great Britain respond? And they do. That's Okiriafor. So both these teams coming out scoring early, which it's exciting to say the least. Oba Sohan, his drive, kicks it out to Leconte. His 3-point shot is off, but another offensive rebound for Belgium. So missed boxing out here by Great Britain. And that's gonna be Bako, I believe it was, his little shot at the free throw line. And again, I believe it's 6 points by Belgium, well, maybe 4 points at least. that they have scored off of offensive rebounds. Well, Belgium with the ball back. Olaseni is going to get called for that offensive foul. Obasohan finds Bako underneath, and I believe that foul is going to go against Nelson, and that's not really, you see him foul and then run directly to, let's see here. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a foul. It's a good call by the referee, but that means now Nelson has to go to the bench because he has 2 early fouls. We're not even 4 minutes into this game. And if you're a Great Britain fan, not really someone you want to see spend a lot of time on the bench. Oh. Bako's shot gets a soft roll. And with that second one, he ties it. So now the game 9-9 here in Mons, Belgium. Great Britain looking for a desperate win. And it was a good hard take, but guess who's there? That man, number 19, Bako, who just says, look at this. Goes up with almost 2 hands. So Heason thought he had an open look, but Bako says, nah, think twice. Well, can't do it from inside, but he tries from outside. That shot's off the front of the rim, though. And now Belgium, Lecomte looking to run, but he's going to pull it out. Obasohan, not someone you want to leave open, folks. He is a shooter. I think many would say he's the best player for this Belgium team, and definitely not someone you want to leave open in transition. Weedle kicks it. Tough layup, good defense there. So Heason, he's being aggressive. He's trying to get his team some points, but his shot's not falling early in this game for him. So Bako just nowhere really to go. So good news for Britain, because they're going to get the ball back. And you know, coaches always talk about get back defense, but you got to get back defense, and you get back, protect the rim, but then you have to fan out and find shooters around the 3-point line, and that's what gave up that 3-point shot, as Great Britain did not find Obasohan. So now Great Britain, they get the ball back, though, off of that Bako turnover. Tough layup, had it go in. Thought Bako might have got away with a foul there on Olaseni, his first little jab step. Lecomte. Bako has already made 1 from that area in this first quarter. And that 3-point shot by Whelan was well short. I think he looked at the referee and he wanted a foul. Oh, substitutions happening. Olaseni is going to check out, get a breather as Clark, and that man, we talked about him earlier, Jonathan Tabu, playing in his 138th game for Belgium. Lob pass to Baku, and he makes his presence known as soon as he steps on the court. So great job there by Tabu. Almost a perfect pass. He just puts it right above the rim and says, hey, Baku, go get that ball. So what a start here for Belgium and Baku. Tabu. Quick pass, nice 3-point shot, And I believe Great Britain are going to call a timeout. So Tabu already with 2 assists. That one was to Gillet, number 13. And Coach Ryan King wants to talk about it, and let's try and take a listen.
They reverse the ball, their 5 is down low, cross 3. He's standing up, no base. Okay, in offense, go one more time, 4 row. But the guy here, in the moment before pick, tried to screen this earlier. So they are focused on this, and they have a Clark who is in the drop.
We're good. We're good. All right, let's go. Let's go.
Come on, Blue.
Raise it back. 1, 2, 3.
Please put your hands together for our cheerleaders.
Well, it definitely starts on defense, and that's what you saw Coach Ryan King talk about. Giving them a few little adjustments defensively. And just around 6 minutes played in this first quarter, and to already give up 17 points, that's a lot. Well, Great Britain taking the time. Nice backdoor pass. Unfortunately, is gonna just go off the hands of Soku. Look at this. Great backdoor pass. I'm not sure if he was expecting it or didn't see it. And now Tabu, good job by him. So that's gonna be another foul going against Great Britain. I believe that was gonna be called on Mockford. So Baku checks out. And big first quarter, first 6 minutes, I should say. 8 points for him, 3 rebounds. And another man who has come out ready to play is the guy with the ball, 32, Oba Sohan. Tough layup is off, and Soko comes up with a rebound, and Great Britain looking to run. And 3-point shot was on the mark, just went off the back of the rim, and now Oba Sohan, good job creating contact, and he's gonna be rewarded with 2 free throws. Look at that, not a bad shot. He thought it was in, I thought it was in. And then just kind of a veteran move by Oba Sohan to go into Saku, who was going straight up, but you always talk when you're a coach, the aggressor usually wins, either offensively or defensively, and I think that's what happened on that play. So 2 more free throw chances here for Belgium. Talked about that man, Oba Sohan, and his commitment to this Belgium team, trying to get them to qualify for their first ever World Cup. He has played in all 6 games for the Belgium Lions, averaging 15 points a game, scoring the most points for his team in these qualification games. So you know he's important, and it also has to be someone that Great Britain defensively is focused on. Well, Sako, again, is rewarded because he was the aggressor, and unfortunately he's not able to convert, so score is still 18-9, just over 3 minutes to play. But his second shot's good. What a drive by Obasohan, is not able to convert though. Tumba almost comes up with the offensive rebound, but now Clark, he won't hesitate. His shot's off. And Belgium with another opportunity to grow this lead. Obasohan, little bit of a hang time. And what an aggressive finish by him. 2 more points for that man. And Belgium now leading by 10 with just over 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Well, really tough layup, is able to follow it, but they just can't convert. I think they got lucky there. Tabu, his layup was off. I think it got blocked. And Okarifo, he's the last person who tried to score. A lot of one-on-one action for this great GB team. And my question to that, Obasohan, his shot's off, is does it come down to they haven't had an enormous amount of practice time or games together? So practice time and games together. And that obviously affects how you play collectively and as a team. And is this maybe what we're seeing a little bit as a result of this? They were also in a group where they only had 3 teams, so they played less games, 2 less games than a lot of these Belgian players had. So those are 2 less games together as well. And I believe because of financial reasons, you know, getting together for this GB team and having quality practices, warm-up games, you know, the friendly exhibition games, which are very important, and what you see a lot of the big nations doing before a window like this. Well, again, Great Britain just having a hard time scoring. They still only trailed by 10. You think if they can at least go into the end of the first quarter only trailing 10, they're still in a good position. Anything a little bit more than that, I would say kind of makes you nervous. Well, Tabu trying to go for that alley-oop dunk pass again, but Tumba just not able to come down with it. And now you see Gillet check out. So, not a bad idea. Great Britain taking their time, but maybe taking a little bit too much time. Soku's gonna have to put it up. He somehow does at the end of the shot clock, so great job there by him. And he is able to finish as the shot clock was winding down. And now there you see it. It's good in my opinion. The light above. Oh, I think the game clock and the shot clock were running a little bit. I believe that's what happened. So that's why you see the referee, Fernando Calatrava, was at the scores table, just communicating how many more seconds need to go back up onto the game clock. And just a good defensive possession, and that's what this Great Britain team needs if they want to get back into this game. I think they need to pick up. I think they need to put pressure, especially on dead ball type situations. Soluade, oh no, excuse me, Soku. So good job by him. Belgium have a lot of fouls to give though, with only 30 seconds left in this first quarter. So I think the foul was called on the catch. So ball out of bounds for GB. And that was going to be a wide open basket for number 32, Whelan there. Pass was a little off the mark, though. So Luade. Skip pass. A little shot fake hesitation. Unfortunately, Soku can't come up with the offensive rebound, so Belgium are going to get the ball back. And I talked about it, I think Great Britain, they need to get up. They need to put a little, they need to use their athleticism and their length. And they need, dead ball situations, you need to get up and you need to be aggressive. Football. So shot clock will not be reset because there are only 6 seconds remaining in the first quarter. No surprise, Oba Sohan checking back into the game for Belgium. He is their best scorer. And Tabu, tough shot, nice block. And that's the way you defend, folks. So Luade is going to be credited, number 9, I believe, with the block. So a good job there by Great Britain to end the first quarter. They're trailing Belgium 20-12 after 10 minutes. Well, it's kind of the reason why, folks. Only shooting 29% in the game and not being aggressive and really getting to the free throw line either.
Settle down and shit. And now we just got to start chipping away. On offense, in transition, if you got these ones.
So, some highlights from the first 10 minutes here. And Great Britain, the first, I would say about 2 minutes really came out and I thought forced Belgium into a couple turnovers. Here you see the turnover which leads to the big slam by Wheatle, number 24. And it was really all Belgium after the first 2 minutes of play though. And they just controlled the rhythm. I think a few times GB fell asleep defensively. And Belgium, if you leave them open, they are definitely going to make you play. Tabu, his first assist of the game, probably couldn't have been any prettier. And what a great first quarter for a few of these Belgium Lions players. You saw Bako there. He's been great for Belgium. Oba Sohan with the hang time and finish on that play. And really, I think if Great Britain can get up and defend a little bit more aggressively, they have a chance to get it back in this game. So, folks, download the app, Courtside 1891 for literally all of your basketball information, games, highlights, scores, statistics, news, you name it, they've got it. So don't hesitate, find out what's going on around the world basketball-wise, because there are a lot of games being played for the opportunity to qualify for the FIBA World Cup next year, which will be held between 3 countries for the first time ever: Indonesia, Japan, and the Philippines. Second quarter action underway. Belgium 20, Great Britain 12. Tough shot off the back of the iron by Liber, and Great Britain are not able to hold on to it, and they give up another offensive rebound and a little bit of just miscommunication. There were 2 GB players going up for the same rebound, and they're just not able to hold on to it. Well, veteran, his shot's off. He was awarded earlier before the game started. He missed once, he misses twice though. I believe a foul call. A offensive rebounding foul call, I think it is. I think it's gonna go against number 0, Olasini. Yep. So, Great Britain maybe come up lucky. Over 45 seconds of play, and they've been on the defensive end the whole time. I think it was a nice hand there by Soluade. He was able to get a touch on the ball, and ball will go back to Great Britain. Well, I mean, they'll have their first opportunity of this quarter to try and put some points on the board. And this is the kind of defense you think Great Britain needs to be in. Dead ball situations, you got to get up and you got to pick up full court. So, off-ball foul is going to go against that man, Diziu. So, ball back, well, ball staying, sorry, in the front court for Great Britain. Soko, nowhere to go. Good defense, maybe got away with a kickball. But ball back in Belgium's hands. The Bear taking his time. And that three-point shot is off. So again, Great Britain with an opportunity. They run. They find the big man down low, but he misses an easy one, folks. I don't want to quote the great Mark Walton. Oh, but I do. Throw it down, big man. Yeah, just a missed opportunity. You thought he had an open layup. A little bit of a back pivot, giving the Belgian defenders an opportunity to maybe adjust his shot. So, a couple of substitutions happening now. Neither team have scored yet in this second quarter. Which is good news if you're a GB fan. And tough drive, and that shot, it just cannot go down. But a wide open three-point basket is good by Heeson, and I believe Belgium is gonna call a timeout. So Heeson's layup was off, good offensive rebound, leads to a wide open three-point shot. Heeson had all the time in the world, didn't need it, and sees nothing but net. So now a timeout is gonna be called by Coach Dario Gerja.
We don't recognize mismatch. We have a mismatch team with a small guy, and I pass that ball in. At least that they create a foul. Second part, we cannot play with them without screening. Put that in your mind. And if we attack you, we cannot pick the ball, we need to drive out. Don't have now discipline in offense, midday. Going with the one side. Okay? Listen carefully, guys. Spend team fouls right away. They're beating us easy, everything.
You want the pin or rescreen?
No. It's both. Have the hand on both. Yes.
Watch out the press. Watch out the press.
Hey, come on, fans, we need you here tonight. Come on. Are you ready to clap
Well,
your hands?
Coach Gerja seemed he was more concerned about their offensive production and quality on offense compared to maybe defensively, and no surprise they haven't scored yet in this quarter. So let's see if they can fix that. 20-15, Great Britain trails, just under 8 minutes left in the second quarter, and bad pass, miscommunication, Gillet. I mean, yeah, he passed it to his feet, so ball back, and Great Britain with an opportunity to cut into this lead. Backdoor pass, it's Heeson. And his shot rolls in finally. He's had missed a few shots around the basket, some tough layups, but it all started with a nice backdoor cut and finished there by number 22, Mr. Heason. And he now has 5 points. And the lead is at 3, folks. LeConte. Mwemba. Tough shot, but he had to put it up. Shot clock was winding down, so a good defensive possession by Great Britain. And they have an opportunity. Can they tie it? And they do, folks. So what a start to this second quarter by Great Britain. That was Soko, who has now tied the game. And that's an 8-point run to start the second quarter, and another turnover in a similar spot for Belgium. So ball back, and Great Britain with a chance to take the lead for the first time since the beginning of the game. So 4 turnovers this quarter for the Belgian Lions. And good job, nice post up and realization of the mismatch there by Soku. And not much could be done by number 18, Libert. He had to foul or it was gonna be an easy 2-point basket. Well, turnover. So Great Britain not able to take the lead. And now Oba Sohan, can he score for the first time in this quarter for Belgium? Let's see. LeConte, he has the ball. Bako back in the game. So they're starters, and LeConte comes up big with a little pull-up jump shot at the free throw line. Well, GB have come out and played good basketball so far, but that's 2 turnovers in a row. LeConte, he scored the last one. That shot's off, but the trailer Gilet is there for the easy putback dunk. So now the momentum swinging a little bit for this Belgium team. But Heason says, not if I have anything to do with it. Unfortunately, he couldn't. His shot's off. Belgium running. LeConte. Long 2-point jump shot. Rolls in. And what a block by Baku. I tell you folks, if you're just watching this Belgium team for the first time, you need to go and watch some number 19 highlights. Baku, he is absolutely excellent. When he is on the court, you really feel his presence defensively and offensively. So Great Britain. And now Belgium get the ball back. And it's a 6-0. We saw that 8-0 run for Great Britain at the start, or the first, I would say, 4.5 minutes of this second quarter. And now it's a 6-0 run for Belgium, and they have that 6-point lead, 26-20. LeConte has scored the last few baskets for them. A little bit of hang time. That was a tough pass for anyone to catch. And a turnover is going to be called. Yeah, he wanted to shoot it, hesitated, and then tried to pass it. Well, everyone always says basketball is a game of runs, and that's exactly what we are seeing here in this second quarter. Can Great Britain go on a little run of their own again. Tough hang time layup with the left hand, Nelson. With a great job there, so he cuts into the lead. Now, I believe that's gonna be another foul called against number 6, Nelson, though. You saw him start the game, but he had to go out within the first 2 minutes because he picked up 2 fouls. And unfortunately, folks, I believe that's gonna be going against him, and it's gonna be his 3rd foul, and he's most likely gonna have to go to the bench again.
Number 24.
Well, these shots are definitely rolling in for this Belgian Lions team. Where some of the same shots you feel like the GB players are rolling out, and this game could be closer. And a shot clock violation, so that's going to be another turnover going against Great Britain. So Belgium back with the ball. They are ahead 29-22. But do not fear, we saw Great Britain make that big comeback at the start of the second half. They did tie it. They were down 8 to start the second quarter. And they did come back and tie it. And since then, Belgium have gone on a little bit of, it's a 9-2 run of their own in the last 2 minutes of this quarter so far. Well, again, I said it's the little tips and the hustle that, you know, okay, maybe Great Britain get away with giving up what should have been a rebound of theirs, but great hustle play. And then you see Van Ween come in and is just able to tip his own shot back in. Well, Great Britain with a timeout. Let's try and listen in.
Yo, everything on the floor, they've got all of that. You know what I'm saying? Me included, we got to come up with all that shit.
Loose balls and turnovers, and we're down 9-11 points. That's it. We're good. Stay with our defense. Trust me. Stay with our defense. They're getting more time by the minute.
Just handle these last 3 minutes. All right, just run diamond. All right, diamond right here. Carl, I want you to go this way. All right. Dan, I want you to come out here and slip out. All right. Miles, just come into this step up, and you can slip out again, and now you got the drive on here. All right. Diamond.
Well, you heard it. Just under 3 minutes, and this is the time to go for this Great Britain team. You want to go into halftime either leading or trailing by as few points as possible. Good defense here by Belgium. Shot clock winding down. Nice penetration and pass for Heason. And he has 7 points on the night. So nice action out of a timeout, but goodness me. Bako, number 19. has been putting on a game. He has 10 points, sat most of the end of the first quarter and most of the second quarter. And again, nice penetration and passing here by the British team. So good job there by Weedle. Heads up penetration play, finds the cutter, but look at that, Bako. You can throw it up to him, you can bounce pass it to him. If he catches it anywhere in or around that semicircle, you know he's gonna be able to throw it down. Well, Hessen's able to recover. His 2 free throws roll in, and GB trailing by 8 with just under 2 minutes to play. And tough shot is off. And now with an opportunity, penetration and kick. Again, it's worked well for them the last few times down the courts. Hessen, I believe he stepped out of bounds. Let's see here. Good call, easy call, I guess, by the referee. You saw Gillet there. He thought he was gonna get called for a defensive foul, but no. So, timeout called with 1:41 by Coach Gerja.
Enter on Pierre here. Pierre dive. Go corner. You going to the pick. Maybe likes it. Into Pierre. They will. When Pierre cuts, you go pick. David likes it. Off. Read this pass. This is running. From corner up. Go front cut, replace it. Okay, read this shot. You don't have it. Immediately screen for Manu. Pass back and pick here. And dive deep. Hey, Hans, from here at that time, this is ready in the corner. Hey, let's stay good one-on-one. Hey, finish strong, game 3.
Well, no surprise with the timeout call there. If you don't use your 2 timeouts in the first half, you lose them going into the second half, so why not? And let's see if they're going to be able to follow the orders of Coach Gerja. Lecomte, his pass is off to a cutting Gillet. But ball back, 9 seconds on the shot clock. Lecomte to Gillet. 3-point shots off. Bako almost comes down with the rebound, but it's in the hands of Great Britain. And can they again cut into this lead? Clark, little Spanish pick action there. His 3-point shot is off though. And now Belgium, I imagine, are going to take their time and use as much of the clock in this second quarter. Obasahan, 3-point shots off Gillet there for the offensive rebound, but he just can't hang on to it. So ball will go back to GB, 39.7 seconds, obviously 24 seconds on the shot clock. So this could be their last shot attempt of this quarter. Let's see if they can take advantage of it. Clark, wide open at the block, isn't able to finish, but finds his own rebound and doesn't miss that one. So it's all about getting one last defensive stop. There's about a 2-second shot clock and game clock differential. Basohan here with the ball. Again, another kind of Spanish action. Shot fake, penetration, kick, no good. And that ball goes off Gilet. So GB have 2.5 seconds. Maybe we'll see a Christian Leitner type shot. Nope, no one's under there. Well, they're just gonna get it in. The biggest thing you wanna do is not turn it over in that situation. And the shot actually almost went in by Weedle, but that's it for the half. 20 minutes of action gone, and Belgium up 33-27 over Great Britain. So Great Britain doing a much better job shooting in that second quarter. After 10 minutes, they were only at 29%, so now they're at 36. Belgium out-rebounding Great Britain 24-17. Assists, steals, not a big difference. Assists are the same, steals. Belgium has one more. Obasohan, 12 points. He has been big for Belgium, which you expect every night that the Belgium Lions come out and play, that he's going to have a big game for them. Bako is definitely going to be on some of these best plays of the first half. And this was early in the game. You saw Great Britain come out, put on the defense. They forced Belgium into 3 pretty early turnovers in the first couple minutes of action of this game, and then Belgium just settled down and dominated Great Britain, I would say, for the better part of about 10 minutes in this first half. We saw a big start to the second quarter for Great Britain. They were down by 8, and they were able to tie the game, but then Belgium went on a nice little run of their own. Bako has been big. I mentioned it, that man right there, Basohan. And let's not forget when Jonathan Tabou, number 9 for Belgium, checked into the game, who we saw presented with a gift and a picture, because he has played in 138 games for Belgium, the most of any Belgium player. So what an honor for him to be playing at home. Check his first possession of the game. He had a beautiful pick and alley-oop pass to Bako, which was ended up in an alley-oop dunk. So great job by a lot of players who are checking in, especially for the Belgium Lions. They have come in, they've been aggressive, but GB, folks, they're not going away. Do they have what it takes? We'll find out in the second half. I mentioned earlier in the Group 1 phase that Belgium, maybe with 2 surprise wins over Serbia. They finished that phase 4-2. Their 2 losses were to Latvia, who finished the group phase 6-0. And as we know, Great Britain finished 3rd in their group, but they only had 3 teams in their group. And part of the reason why they advanced to the second group phase. So we'll take a quick break and be right back for second half action.
Who will you become when the moment arrives and you're carrying the expectations of an entire nation, representing your people and their dreams, the colorful faces in the streets, the screaming fans in the stands? It's time to make your move. All eyes on you, all hope, all heart. Because when you win for all.
Young Sabura now putting the pressure here on Fredrickson, but we got to steal now. Rudy Fernandez time throws it down. Well, a bit of old Rudy fashion. Hadovic. Oh,
Leaves his man on the ground and buries the three. That will be one you see again. Malovic, a little crossover, freezes the defender, falls to the floor.
Their team for all the fight that they've given in the show. Jokovitis from deep, oh, that's a little bit adding salt to the wound.
Well, now finds under the basket, the Nola pass to Juancho Hernan Gomez.
To get an early win in this first competition window. Manny goes inside, but he throws it down. And the help was absent.
Well, there's Kai van der Verst, the free now. There's a little kick out. Worthy to Young with a one-handed jam with a bit of authority one more time.
Melly has it ripped away from him. Lechchenko, nice pass. Heron is blocked, unceremoniously blocked. Melly will advance it. Great hands, super defensive effort. Oh, what a throwdown on the break. And Lechchenko makes a statement. Great hands initially, and this was only going to go one way. And did not back down.
France, if they get offensive rebounds, look at the behind the back.
Well, welcome back, and I hope you enjoyed those highlights. We saw Miles Hessen from Great Britain, the leading scorer, and Obasahan from Belgium, their leading scorer. Both players coming out and making some tough, much-needed baskets for both of their teams. And we saw Obasahan with 12 points. He's got 1 rebound to go along with 2 assists. And like I said, if you've been following this Belgium team, you kind of always expect him to come out and have a big game. He has been averaging the 6 previous games. He has played in all 6 games of the FIBA Basketball European World Cup qualifications. and he's averaging 15 points a game. So he is definitely on mark to get that and probably surpass that with his 12 points a game. And then another big performance from Belgium by number 19, Ismail Bako. And I actually just love watching this guy play. He is so exciting. Definitely can play up and above the rim. And, you know, I keep talking about the scoring and ability of Oba Sohan. And let's not forget, I mean, Bako is still averaging just under 12 points a game for them. He's leading the team in rebounds with 7 rebounds a game in these qualification games. So he is someone who I think you need to keep an eye out, especially for the future. He's only 26 years old, and he is exciting. And I keep talking about Belgium and how they want to qualify for their first FIBA World Cup tournament. And let's not forget, obviously Great Britain would also like to experience that and qualify for a FIBA World Cup. The last time that they were at a major FIBA event was the Olympics back in 2012 that London hosted. Well, looks like we have a little bit of an issue with the basket.
Be careful.
Well, so Great Britain not able to warm up as something is going on with the basket. Not sure if the referees are gonna possibly stop the game clock, because like I mentioned, you know, we see the Belgian players warming up, and unfortunately Great Britain are not able to because they're fixing or doing something with the basket. Well, game clock still winding down. So Oba Sohan, 12 points, 4 of 10, best player for Belgium. Can he come out and give a big second half and help Belgium take that extra step to qualify? So there you see, game clock is actually ready to get started, but the basket is still in limbo, it looks like. So, there you see Miles Hessen, 8 points, best player. And again, I'm not sure if they're able to shoot yet. No? Well, obviously, I would imagine that Great Britain will be awarded a little bit of extra time to warm up. Oh, seems like it's good. I'm not sure how much time the referees are going to add to this halftime warm-up. You imagine it should be a couple of minutes, because they definitely, at least for the last 4 or 5 minutes, were not able to warm up. Well, I guess the referees are going to decide. They're still letting them warm up, which is obviously warranted and granted. So both teams are going to maybe take a little bit of advantage of this extra time that was given over the usual or the mandatory 15 minutes that you normally get for halftime. Well, so the referee has just signaled, I believe it's 3 minutes. And obviously this game is a little late to get started, second half action, because there was a basket issue. I'm not exactly sure what it was, but there was a little bit of a basket issue on the side of the Great Britain team. You wonder, were they trying to do anything? Because that was the basket that Belgium shot on in the first half. And now they seem to want to make changes at halftime when it's going to be Great Britain shooting on it. No, I'm joking, obviously. Everything is done under the books here, do not worry. Well, Great Britain, do they have enough in them? You know, I mentioned that they haven't had a lot of practice time and preparation time. They didn't have any preparation games leading up to this game, like a lot of countries do and did have. And has that affected them? Does that affect them? I think if you ask the players, I think if you ask everyone around this team who watches, they would say, yeah, absolutely. You know, it's a reason why maybe they, you know, can't compete with some of these other big teams. And you could say, okay, you know, Belgium, why are they right now doing better? Well, you know, they've had more preparation time, they've had more games, and they've had exhibition games leading up to this FIBA European World Cup qualification games window 4. And I think we're seeing this now. I do think Great Britain, probably talent-wise, has one of the best teams that they've had in a while. So let's see what they can do in the next 20 minutes.
As this is going on, Pat, I want you to come set this rhythm.
Well, sorry for the delay, folks, but we are just about to get underway here. Second half action. Like I mentioned, there was a basket issue, but take the time right now to scan that QR code and download the World Cup Qualifiers app. You can find out what's going on all over the world as qualification games are happening in Europe, Asia, Africa, and the Americas. So second half action here in Mons, Belgium underway. Belgium taking on the visitors, Great Britain. Belgium with that slight 6-point lead, 33-27. And nice strong take is off the mark, but offensive rebound goes back to Great Britain. That 3-point shot by Whelan just goes off the front of the iron. And now Belgium with their first opportunity of this second half. Oh. Just a good, simple, low block move here by the big man, DZU, from Belgium took his time. It was one-on-one coverage. I think it was Weedle guarding him and is going to have the foul called against him. So just nice patience here by Belgium. And not able to make two, but goes 1 for 2. Great Britain taking their time. Everyone so far in this offensive action has touched the ball. A nice idea, but pass was just off the mark. It was also a good defensive read. I do think if the pass is a little bit more towards the basket and a little bit stronger, I think it would have been an easy 2-point basket, but instead, Dizeu is able to come out, and he has 3 points early in this third quarter for Belgium. So now Belgium adding to this lead. Penetration, that's going to be a foul going against, I believe, Van Ween. I mean, it was a great defensive effort. You saw it in that highlight there by Lecomte, but I think it was a missed opportunity. It was the right pass idea. You got to lead the pass. You got to lead the big man to the basket. So Hessen has been a definite bright spot, and that's going to be an and one, folks. So good job taking the contact, finishing through to 2 defenders. And he's going to go to the line with an opportunity for a 3-point play. So 11 points now for Hessen, and the league back to only 6 for Belgium. Lecomte, his little pull-up shot is off. And now GB trying to set up their offense. And good job there by Hessen. He draws another foul, so 2 possessions in a row. He's able to draw a foul. So that's going to be the 3rd team foul for Belgium. So that's good news if you're a British basketball fan. So Dizeu is going to have to check out. Oh, nice touch there by Gillet, but can't come up with the ball. And Hessen, the bright spot, his step back is short. Kind of an unnecessary foul, excuse me, on the part of Hessen, I believe. You know, you had everyone else was back on defense, ready to play. You just, if I'm a coach, you don't want to see your best player pick up silly fouls in case, you know, for whatever reason he has to really use a foul late in the game and maybe he's 1 foul less and isn't there for you when you need him the most. So they come up with the steal, but unfortunately they give the ball right back. And that bounce pass, just a tough pass for Wieland to pick up. So Belgium maybe get lucky, because it was a 2-on-1 opportunity. Okiriafor. In the game. Do you know who we haven't seen, and it's because of foul trouble, is Nelson. Every time he checks into the game, he seems to pick up a foul, which is definitely disappointing. he had the opportunity to start the game. He's played one game for Great Britain in these qualifiers. He had 10 points in that game. And tonight, he really has just not been able to get anything going because of foul trouble. So Hessen, again, tough layup is off the mark, but no worries. The offensive, excuse me, sorry, he made that. I thought it was an offensive putback. Goodness me. Incredibly tough drive and make by him. Nice little flare screen action here. And what a shot by Van Ween. And Belgium, anytime you give them a little bit of an opening at the three-point line, they definitely know how to make you pay. Well, disappointing action there. I believe it's going to be a jump ball and ball, so just a slip. And unfortunately, a slip and a turnover, well, jump ball, which gives the ball back to Belgium. And some substitutions here, and this is what I'm talking about. You're trailing, and it's a dead ball situation, and I don't think you should give the liberty to this Belgian team to let them just take their time, recover, bringing the ball up the court without any kind of pressure. Bako, oh goodness me. I don't even think he knew where the rim was, but it didn't matter because he was able to flush it home. What a dunk. That man is almost a highlight reel, folks. Tough shot by Soluade. And that leads to an and one opportunity by that man, Obasoan. Look at this take. Talk about a player who is not afraid of contact, has a little bit of hang time, and he's able to finish. Oh, look at that. Finish through the contact as well so many times. I mean, it was a great pass, but boy, can Baku get up and throw it down. Well, Great Britain timeout. Let's try and listen in.
We got to make them work a little bit. All right? Come out of here and run fist down all the way through, but fist down strong. So go out the same side, and now you're coming off the pick and roll with the single side tag. All right?
Hey, hey. The defense just make sure we communicate. Like, you know what I'm saying or not?
The other thing is,
I'm on the other side. I'm saying the ball going that way.
Whoever is rebounding, the other four got to break out, and we got to run with spacing. Bring the pace back. Bring the pace. All right, let's go. Let's go.
GB.
Well, we heard it there by Coach Nathan Reinking. Says we need to bring the pace back. And it's true, but I think a good way offensively to bring pace to your action is picking up and being more aggressive defensively. Well, let's see if they are able to come out of this timeout and get some momentum and get some rhythm offensively. Well, three-point play is good for Obasoan. And another big night for him early. Still has more than 15 minutes left to play in this game. Great Britain being a little bit more aggressive, which led to an off-ball foul. Well, it was a nice pick and roll situation. Olaseni's just not able to put it down. And now LeConte is trying to set things up. His penetration leads to a turnover. So ball back. So LeConte maybe just got stuck in the air a little bit. And now number 9, Tabu, he's checking in. Great job by him in the first quarter. First half. And look at this. That's what I'm talking about, folks. Defense leads to offense, and a great job there by number 9, Tabu. Comes in, picks up full courts, makes things difficult, comes up with the steal and an easy 2-point basket. And goodness me. Socko with, here you see the steal, but Socko almost felt like he took off from the free throw line. And there is that great full court one-on-one defensive pressure, and just leads to a turnover and an easy basket for Belgium. And we saw Socko just attack the basket like nobody's business. Wasn't able to convert, but he did draw the foul. And easy call by the referee. That's going to be a kickball. So ball back to Belgium. Shot clock will stay at 16 though. Lot going well for Great Britain here in the third quarter.
9 seconds. You're screening for Hans going to the low post. This is Gabon. This is Pierre. This is Kevin. Going elevator here. Yeah, elevator cutting here.
We'll see.
Step up, screen, dive, straight. Gonna follow here. Pierre, wide corner. Read Pierre. Read Kevin on the roll on attack a bit. We have 9 seconds. Don't need to be straight. Hey, even if it's not allowed, Pierre attack. In attack one more time. Let's go, let's go.
Well, that's a timeout by Coach Dario Gerja from Belgium. I believe he took the timeout because there's 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Ball is in their front court. So maybe an opportunity to see if they can run a play out of a timeout when shot clock is winding down. He did say don't stress, there is still 9 seconds on the court, but just a simple cross screen leads to a foul and a 2-point free throw opportunity for Belgium. So good execution out of the timeout. And you're wondering right now, it's a 13-point lead. It's the biggest lead for Belgium in this game. If they're just kind of running away with it. There are 4 minutes left. 4 minutes and 19 seconds left in the third quarter. Plenty of time to come back. I mean, we saw Great Britain in the first. They were down 10 points. They were down 8 points starting the second quarter. And they came back quickly and made up that 8-point difference. So it's definitely a game of runs. And we've seen GB come out and put some points on the scoreboard quickly. But right now, you just feel like the energy and the momentum is all Belgium. Well, I think the refs are possibly trying to see a shot clock and score clock time. Well, there's that simple, really simple cross screen out of the sideline inbounds play. And just kind of poorly defended. I think they switched, but no one bumped the cutter. That's for sure. And that's why that man is on the free throw line, number 17. Van Ween. And he goes 1 for 2. So now that lead up to 14. You really have to imagine if you are a GB fan, they got to go on a little bit of a run these last 4 minutes of this third quarter. And that shot is off the front of the iron. I believe it was Nelson who I talked about. We haven't seen a lot because every time he's in, he picks up fouls really quickly. So Soko is gonna, I believe, be called for a tripping foul. And you know, that foul was unfortunate, but it's kind of what you want to see. I mean, right now, Great Britain, they have to do something. They're trailing by 14. There's just under 4 minutes left in the third. I know both teams are in bonus, so the referees are obviously calling fouls, but you have to be aggressive. You got to try and pick up the momentum, pick up and have the momentum change in your favor going into the end of this third quarter, because you don't want this Belgium lead to balloon much more than it already is. Well, Tabu, he's able to convert. So now, Great Britain out of a diamond set. Mockford in the game. We haven't seen a lot of him. Big three-point shot, so a good job there. And that's Nelson, folks. I said we haven't seen a lot of him because he's always in foul trouble, but he is someone who, in my opinion, should be refreshed and should be ready to step up, defend aggressively. And that's what we've seen. Obasohan has kind of been a little quiet. Tough layup is off, and now Great Britain with a chance to run, and run is what they do. Three-point shot, wide open, and it's good by Mockford, so a good job. And it started with defense, and that defense led to offense, so a good job. 6 unanswered points, which has now forced Coach Dario Gerja to call a timeout. And I talked about it. I said, at the end of this third quarter, you need the momentum to change in your favor, and you don't want to go into that last 10 minutes trailing by a lot. So a great job to cut the lead back to 10. Let's listen in. Well, I don't know if that was concerning for you, but it was concerning for me. Obasahan, we saw him walk into the tunnel. So Belgium Lions fans, I guess also obviously basketball fans from around the world will want to know if he is okay and what happened there, because that could be terribly concerning. 13 minutes left in this game, and Belgium's best player just went back to the locker room. He did have that aggressive take. I didn't see him come down interesting or in a lot of pain, so I'm not sure what happened on that previous play where Obasahan drove to the basket. Didn't get the foul call. It didn't look like a foul. I thought it was good defense. And he was still back on the floor. Oh, but no, he's out. We're all good, folks. Well, like I said, both teams are in bonus, so every foul anywhere now, shooting or non-shooting, is going to lead to free throw opportunities. Tough jump shot by Nelson, and now Belgium are running. But Gillet slows it down, gets it to Tabou. Nice passing here. Ooh, nice little spin move. Jump shots off, and I was gonna say for sure the ball was gonna go to Great Britain, but I guess they're saying it's staying this side of the court. Oh, I thought Tumba, number 16 from Belgium, tipped it. And Tabou with the big three-point shot. And that's a good way of kind of silencing and deflating this little Great Britain run, and that's an easy travel call by the referees. So ball back, and after a great run by Great Britain, now it might be Belgium's turn to go on a little bit of a run. And it's not what you want to see. 2 minutes left in this quarter. Great Britain, they need to dig down and need to start defensively. And hopefully some good defensive stops can lead to some good opportunities on the offensive board. Well, oh, Tumba isn't able to hold on to it. And let's take a look here. Oh, so I think, I think it went off the body of the help side. So 5 seconds left on the shot clock. They get the ball in. Libert drives with the left hand. His shot's off though, so Great Britain maybe got lucky there on that possession. Can they take advantage now? And why not? Thought about the three, but the drive was open. And now Gillet, can he answer? He can't. So again, just over a minute left to play. Can Great Britain cut into this lead? And nice aggressive drive is gonna lead to 2 free throws. Well, Soko makes the first of 2. And just when you thought Belgium was kind of taking over and this game might become a blowout, Great Britain are able to bring that lead back to 10. And I don't know why, but for me, and I think a lot of coaches, that 10-point margin is very much doable in not a lot of time. So more than 10, you kind of start to get a little bit worried, but 10 and under, you think you always have a chance to come back in a couple minutes, a couple of possessions. So good job by Great Britain, because you did have at one point during this third quarter, you felt like they were going to run away with it. Well, ball goes off the fingertips, and it's going to stay Belgian ball, but 6 seconds left on the shot clock, sorry. Just under a minute to play in the third quarter. Taboo, alley-oop. I believe it was a pass, folks, but he almost made it. Soku, tough shot, and that's off. And now that leads to this, though. And just a run out. I think it was Mwema, maybe cherry picking a little bit, and an offensive foul is going to be called. I think if we get to see the replay, I'm not sure a referee would call that every time as an offensive foul. I think Baku did a good job of maybe exaggerating a little bit. His chest wasn't parallel to the baseline. You know, he was definitely off the mark a little bit as well. So now Belgium with an opportunity, last shot of the quarter. They're going to take their time and try and get something good. Shot clock winding down, tough three-point shots off the front of the rim. And that half-court shot by Nelson is off. So after 30 minutes, Great Britain with a little bit of a comeback late in this third quarter. They still trail Belgium 55-43. Well, Belgium hovering around just under that 50% mark all game. And Great Britain, I said, they were 29% after the first 10 minutes, but did a little bit better. So some highlights of this third quarter. And that nice defensive play by Belgium. And then this was the first action, I believe it was, of the game. They just went inside to Diziu, and it was an easy two-point bucket. And then the second action, the second play of the game, they did the exact same action, which led to free throw opportunities. And I mentioned it, you felt like Belgium was kind of running away with the game. There was about 4 minutes left in the third quarter, and I'm sure a lot of GB fans were getting a little nervous, but they did a good job. They hit back-to-back three-point shots, and they cut that lead to 10. They are trailing by 12 right now. But like I said, they can score quickly when they want to. And when they want to, they definitely can make a big run. There's 10 minutes left. Let's find out if they have what it takes to upset this Belgium team. But right now, download your Courtside 1891 app to get all the information, news, scores, highlights regarding basketball from around the world. Well, fourth quarter action underway. Belgium 55, Great Britain 43. Great Britain with the ball. Can they make a little bit of a run? And they don't score, but they do draw the foul. So it's always good drawing fouls early in a quarter as well, because then you're going to give yourselves a chance, hopefully, to go to the free throw line in a bonus situation later on in the quarter. Well, Hessen just has nowhere really to go. And they somehow still come up with the ball and have a shot opportunity, but are not able to convert. Libert uses the screen by Bacco. Nice ball movement. Look at that. Every player from Belgium touched the ball, and it leads to a three-point shot by Muema. And tough little pull-up by Okorafor. He's been quiet. You'd like to see him kind of put up some points quickly here in this fourth quarter. Bacco, I mean, it's kind of a shot that you would prefer he take than an alley-oop or anything underneath the basket if I'm Great Britain defensively. Penetration and kick is off the mark, and unfortunately that's going to be a turnover. Nice hustle by Wheatle, though, I believe it was, number 24, because had he just let the ball, roll out of bounds, they would have had the ball all the way on the baseline and maybe a closer opportunity to score. So now, I believe Wheatle is going to be called for this foul. So Tabu getting some big minutes here in this game. He is the most capped player of any Belgian Lions basketball player. So shows his commitment over the years. And you know he would love to play in his first ever World Cup. It would be the first World Cup for any Belgian player, but you know, a veteran, 36 years old, to have never been to a major FIBA event, so an Olympics or a World Cup, would be such a great honor. And turnover by Great Britain. So no, Belgium, every time Great Britain makes a little bit of a run and you feel like, you know, they're going to be able to cut this lead into good single digits, low single digits, Belgium just know what to do and they know how to score. Well, maybe too generous with the ball there, and no one wanted to shoot, or it was just good defense by Great Britain. And they have forced a 24-second violation, so ball back to them. Still plenty of time, folks. 7.5 minutes left. I know they're trailing by 13, but trust me, couple quick three-point plays or three-point baskets and a couple stops, and it's a single-digit ball game. Well, Okorafor was able to draw that foul, so that's a third-team foul, which is also a good thing if you're a GB supporter and fan. Because again, when the game is getting tight, as long as you stay aggressive and you can somehow get to the free throw line while also stopping the clock, it's the best way to get back into a game when you're down. Tough three-point shot is off. And a little turnaround jump, layup, and another maybe uncalled for foul. And I think it's more of a little frustration thing on the part of Hessen. You know, you miss maybe what was an easy basket in your mind and you just foul. And that's the second one we've seen him do this half. pick and roll action. I have no idea how Baco was able to make that ball go in. And it was definitely a foul. And he honestly must be a guard's dream. The pick and roll action with him is almost, you know, you're almost guaranteed a bucket or a foul. He must be a point guard's dream. You throw it up anywhere near the rim, you know he's going to be able to go after and get it. So Clark now. So nice press break, which leads to an easy basket for Great Britain. Thought it was going to be a dunk there. But Olaseni said, it's all right. 2 points, no matter how you make it, is 2 points. So, and really, Great Britain, there's 6 minutes left. So that's going to be Belgium's 4th foul. So the next foul is going to go against Nuema. The next foul by Belgium will put Great Britain on the line. And I think this is something consciously you really need to think about if you are one of these GB players on the court and on the bench. You know, tell your teammates, hey guys, stay aggressive. We could be shooting free throws from here on out, and it's the best way to get back into a game. Well, I'm not sure if this is a foul call or there has just been a little shot clock and game clock discrepancy. Well, I think it was just the shot clock, game clock issue. But the referees are definitely discussing something. Nope, so GB ball on the sideline. What a layup, what a basket. Throws his hands up, he says, where's the foul? So Whelan with a nice strong take, and he isn't able to draw the foul, but he is able to score. So again, Great Britain, they need to get up, they need to defend, and then they need to stay aggressive and try and get some quick scores. And definitely not what you want to do when you're trailing. You can't give up easy offensive rebounds. Every possession, every ball counts at this moment. Baku, really nowhere to go. I thought that was relatively well defended. Maybe it was the armbar. Here, we'll get to take a look. Yeah, an armbar. I mean, nice strong take by Baku, and like I said, I really do think that referees do reward the player that is more aggressive, either if that's the defensive player or the offensive player. Well, so Ismail Baku takes advantage. He has 17 points already in this game, and I'm sure we are going to be calling his name and saying his name a lot for this Belgium team moving forward. Almost a turnover, but they get it back. 3-point shots off by Whelan, and now Belgium are definitely, I think, going to take a little bit of time off the clock unless it's a good shot opportunity. Almost a turnover. I believe it was a turnover. I think the ball went off the hands of LeConte. Oh, I'm not sure if he last touched it. From where we are, and then on the highlights, it definitely looked like it did go off the hands of LeConte. So Clark, his three-point shot rejected. He gets it back. Little shot fake. I thought a foul was going to be called. Unfortunately, he stepped out of bounds. So ball back to Belgium. And I don't know if I talked about this earlier. I think I have. Over the course of these qualification games, every win, every loss counts, and it's also points. If there are a tie in this group, the points for and against can become incredibly important as well. So obviously a win is a win, and if you can win by 1 point compared to losing, LeConte just loses that ball. You definitely want the win, but if you can win by as many points as possible, that's something also very important as well in case there is a tie type situation. Well, Belgium now sharing the ball like they always do. And it's going to be a kickball, so that shot clock is going to be reset to 14. Defensively here, Great Britain, they need to pick up their energy. You can't let a guard come off of a simple screening action on a baseline out of bounds and have a wide open little jump shot like that. Look at this, it's almost like the inbound player maybe is the one who needs to step up and help a little. Well, Great Britain are going to call a timeout, and let's listen in to what they can possibly do in this next 3 minutes and 41 seconds.
Until the end of the game, whatever the fuck happens, let's move the ball left to right. From the bench, what we're seeing is the ball is on one side, one pass and attack. Just until the end of the game for 3 minutes 41, let's move the ball from left to right. Let's just try it and see what the fuck we get.
Hey, this right here, all right, right here. Luke, you got it. Coming off 55 right here. DC set the first one. Ovi set the first one. Pat, get this right here. Clean up DC. DC pop right here for a three. All right? Finish the game. Don't settle. All right? Finish the game with 3 minutes. All right? Be solid.
Let's go, guys. Let's go finish together. CB on three. 1, 2, 3.
No. You heard it. You got to finish the game. You don't want to settle. You don't want Belgium to just run away. You don't want to get blown out ever in sport. So let's see what they can do in this last 3 minutes and 41 seconds. Again, you see this Belgium team, they've been doing it on and off all game, picking up on dead ball situations and putting a little bit of defensive pressure, more so than what Great Britain has done. And I think that has to do with being comfortable with each other. Oh, goodness me, Hessen. Well, they almost had the turnover, and they didn't, and somehow they're able to draw the foul and are going to get to go to the free throw line. So Hessen will get another free throw after they clean the slippery floor here in Mons, Belgium, where the Belgium Lions fans got to celebrate Jonathan Tabu, number 9, and have seen him play the most minutes he has played in any of these qualification games. He is the most capped Belgian player with 138, and you know he would love to be playing in the World Cup next year. So we've seen GB go to this little 2-3 zone the last few minutes here of this fourth quarter. And a big three-point shot by Mweme. And it's kind of what you give up is sometimes open three-point looks. And an offensive foul is gonna go against that man. Number 6, Nelson. And here's that last three-point bucket by Mwema. And I gotta be honest, I kind of had the same reaction as Nelson. I'm not sure that really should have been called an offensive foul, because the defensive player definitely did not have their feet set. They were also moving in a defensive stance, and I think he just lost his footing and fell. I mean, obviously Nelson did run into him, but yeah, rough call there for Great Britain. So Lecomte, not sure how he made that, but it's good. And his penetration has put Belgium up 70-51. Clark with the tough pass and another turnover. By Great Britain. So 2:20 to play. 19-point lead. And when things are going well for Great Britain, things are going well. Unfortunately, they're just not be able to put consecutive minutes of good, strong, tough defense as well as execute on the offensive end. Well, that foul is going to go against number 8, Mwema. And because they are in bonus, I believe it's Nelson's going to go to the free throw line. So Baku, he's coming out with 17 points. Not sure we will see him again tonight, but big game by him all game long. Every time he is on the court, you just feel his presence, and he is an incredibly fun player to watch for this Belgium team. Well, Nelson, all of his points, I believe, coming in the second half. We saw him have to go to the bench around the 2-minute mark of the first quarter because of 2 early fouls. Sorry, after 2 minutes of play, so the 8-minute mark. And he just hasn't really got into the rhythm of the game like you need or you would expect as a GB basketball fan. And you know, we heard Coach Nathan Reinking say, you know, we still got to finish strong, guys. And it's kind of what you expect from these men here tonight. So, another 2 points. It's only a 15-point game, but every time GB make a run, Belgium have an answer. Tough move, nice little fancy spin move. DZU under the basket. Tough shot off the front of the rim. So easy. Good defensive play led to the turnover, steal, and Soko nails it, hammers it home. Unfortunately, maybe just a little too late. Well, Soko with the big, easy transition dunk, but like I said, maybe just a little bit too late. I do like the way that these GB men are getting up and they are fighting to the end. Soko, 17 seconds, 15 seconds remaining. And that three-point shot is well off by Whelan. And Belgium, I believe, are just gonna let the time run out. And you see Coach Gerja from Belgium talking to Coach Reinking from Great Britain. And they always have a lot of coaches around FIBA have great respect for each other. So that's it, folks. Final score, Belgium 72, Great Britain 57. And I'm sure Great Britain are gonna be disappointed after this result. You felt like they had the talent and at times could hang with this good Belgium team, but I just don't think they could do it for consecutive minutes at a time. And we all know basketball is a great game of runs, but you need to be able to hold on and you need to be able to push when the other team is down. And I just don't think Great Britain has had maybe enough time together. They definitely haven't had as much time and training time as Belgium has had. So obviously the Belgian Lions, these men are excited and happy with today's results. So Belgium shooting the ball well, especially from two-point range, 50%. Great Britain, they did bring up their shooting percentage slightly throughout the quarters. No surprise, Belgium out-rebounded Britain. Assists, only 9 for Great Britain. I think the biggest thing statistically when I'm looking, though, is the 21 turnovers that Great Britain had compared to only 9 assists. So there you see some of the top scorers, top players from today's game. Baku, who I could just continually talk about that man, 17 points, 7 boards, and he is definitely going to be on the highlight reel. Obasahan, 15 points. He didn't play much in that fourth quarter, so they definitely rested him, which will be, hopefully he didn't get injured. We did see him leave the court and go back to the locker room, but he did come back out, so I'm guessing it was nothing serious, and they just don't really want to take a risk because there are more games coming up in this FIBA European World Cup qualification window. And I mentioned, if you were listening and paying attention, that I felt like at times Great Britain played a lot of one-on-one basketball, and I think that's compared to Belgium, you know, who really share the ball. A lot of times 5 players on the team in the same offensive action touch the ball. And, you know, Great Britain, a lot of it was a lot of you pass and one-on-one action. I think that's a true sign of maybe a team that doesn't have a lot of playing time and practice games together. I did mention early, before the game started, obviously Great Britain missing a couple players who have been around for them. Hamilton, you know, one of their veterans, one of their better players, and maybe that was evident here tonight. Disappointing, because I do think athletically and talent-wise, this Great Britain team are maybe better than what we saw here in Mons, Belgium. But it was all Belgium tonight from start to finish. And they definitely deserve the win. And we've seen Belgium during these games, they've come up with big wins. Big wins. So now they're gonna be 5-2. Those only 2 losses are to Latvia, and they weren't by a lot. So Belgium is definitely maybe a team and a country who are surprising people in the basketball world, especially here in Europe. You know, Oba Sohan, definitely one of their best players. Baku, definitely. But they also have a lot of players who are still incredibly skilled. They can shoot the ball from outside. They have an inside presence. And I think they're an interesting team. They're definitely not a team who I think you'd want to match up with. As for Great Britain, they've got a few more games left in this window. Can they bounce back and try and get a win? It will be definitely tough, I believe, for them, for Great Britain now to move on and qualify for the World Cup next year. Belgium, with that win, nothing's guaranteed, but they're getting closer. So those are today's action. Latvia over Turkey, Serbia, close game against Greece, and Belgium with that win over Great Britain. So Latvia have that 4-1 record, Greece a 3-2, Belgium 3-2, Turkey 2-3, Serbia 2-3, Great Britain are 1-4.
Have something to drink.
Well, thanks for joining me here in Mons, Belgium. Don't forget, there's lots of games going on, so tune in. From FIBA and myself, that's it for tonight. Belgium with the big win over Great Britain. Take care.